Hi, True North team. Thanks for getting together to meet with me today. I've got an issue that I've been dealing with at work that I'd love to get your all's take on. We have been in the process of interviewing for a new director position in my department, which is a little bit higher up position. And beyond what the typical hiring process is, we've had some of our senior leadership folks wanting to get more involved, and it's really been slowing down the interview process. And as a result, there's been a lot of uncertainty in the department because we're waiting for those positions to get filled to know how a lot of the backfilling will happen and the teams will be organized. So it's causing a bit of disruption and uncertainty, and I'm debating about how best to communicate this to the senior leadership team, that there may be a better way to approach the situation. So I'd love to get your thoughts on how to navigate that leading up.
Hey, Lauren, that's really interesting. So what I take from that is that, senior leaders have to make a lot of decisions without having maybe a complete understanding of their subordinates' needs, wants, or desires. And leading up really presents a good opportunity for employees to really, share the voice of their teammates, to improve morale and the workplace environment for everyone. And it gives a chance to showcase you, the leader, as a confident, conscientious teammate and really win over some of your subordinates. So while leading up is a big challenge, I think it's a really unique opportunity for you. What do you guys think?
Yeah, no, I think John mentioned a little bit of it, but it's making sure that everyone is on the same page and understanding everyone's perspective. So first, what you could do is make sure that your leadership understands the employee perspective. So help bring to light what your employees are seeing. Bring it to life. Make leadership understand the exact day-to-day impact that this decision is having on their job and their responsibilities. But also, you could help to understand what your boss's perspective is. Don't assume what their perspective is. Really just talk to them directly, ask them, and get to understand why they're making these decisions. And that will help you understand what you need to communicate to be able to influence them to go another direction.
Great. Yeah, I think another area that you might want to look at is developing relationships with some of the key influencers and other senior leaders that are part of this decision-making process. So I think, first of all, getting a good understanding of who some of those key influencers might be, and maybe working with them, that might be the best way to have them help deliver the message. A few takeaways that might work for this is perhaps talk with some of these key influencers and leaders after meetings. Maybe set up a short 15 to 20-minute meeting with some of the other senior managers and influencers, and also get involved with other pet projects that they might be working on.
Well, Lauren, listening to this, one of the other points that comes to mind that you might want to consider is that, when you're working on influencing up, you want to strategically pick which topics and which battles you influence up with. If you consistently try to enforce change on every issue, you're going to lose credibility and your voice won't be as strong. So in this case where you're bringing a director in, you might want to ask yourself, how often is this really happening? And, do I want to spend my political capital here? Am I really going to get the ROI on this? So that'd be the other thing I'd keep in mind as well.
Great. Thank you guys all for your input. If I'm understanding it correctly, it sounds like I should be focusing on bridging the gap between the employees and leadership, making sure that the employees' impressions and feelings are being heard by the leaders, as well as making sure I'm understanding the leaders' perspectives and building a relationship with other influential parties to get kind of a coalition going to help with this influence. But at the end of the day, deciding if this is something that is really the battle that we want to focus on and the issue that we want to raise, so that we're not expending our political capital unnecessarily.
Yeah, I think that sounds perfect. I found a few articles I'm going to share with you guys in case you're interested in looking more about this. So let me get that for you there. And hopefully you can see that right now.
Great. Thanks, guys. I'll let you know how it all goes.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yep. Thank you.